You may feel frustrated when you're eating regularly, trying to nourish your body, and still unable to gain weight. Many women quietly blame themselves, wondering if they're not eating enough or doing something wrong. But for many women, especially between 30 and 45, the issue isn't effort, it's hormones. Healthy weight gain depends on hormonal signals that tell the body it's safe to build and store energy. When hormones like cortisol, estrogen, progesterone, insulin, and thyroid hormones are out of balance or overstimulated, the body stays in protection mode instead of growth mode. This often happens after years of stress, dieting, poor sleep, or hormonal depletion. In this video, you'll learn the hormonal reasons some women struggle to gain weight, why just eating more doesn't work, and how to gently support your body so it can begin rebuilding naturally and safely. Eating enough but staying thin, why your body is holding back. You're doing everything right, so why isn't your weight changing? Many women reach a point where they feel exhausted and confused. You're eating full meals, adding snacks, and trying to nourish your body, yet the scale doesn't move. This experience can feel discouraging, especially when others assume weight gain should be easy. What's happening is not a lack of effort, it's your body protecting itself. The hormonal safety signal your body needs. For healthy weight gain to happen, the body needs a clear message that it's safe to store energy. This message comes from hormones like cortisol and insulin. When cortisol stays high due to ongoing stress, the body shifts into survival mode. In this state, it prioritizes quick energy use instead of building reserves. After age 30, the nervous system becomes more sensitive to stress signals. Even everyday pressure can keep cortisol elevated, quietly blocking weight gain. Why eating more doesn't always work. When cortisol is high, insulin doesn't work as efficiently. Instead of using food to rebuild tissue, the body burns through calories quickly. This can leave you feeling hungry but never satisfied, tired despite eating enough, thin without feeling strong. This is why simply adding more calories doesn't always lead to healthy weight gain. How this shows up in daily life. Many women in this stage notice difficulty gaining muscle, weight loss during stressful periods, feeling wired but tired, strong digestion but poor weight retention. These are signs that the body is prioritizing survival, not growth. Why this pattern is often missed. Routine tests may come back normal because hormone levels themselves aren't always abnormal. The issue is how your body is responding to those hormones. Stress-driven cortisol dominance doesn't always show up on standard lab reports, which leaves many women feeling dismissed. Doctor-approved ways to help your body feel safe again. Supporting weight gain starts with lowering stress signals, eating at regular times, reducing long fasting gaps, choosing calming movement, prioritizing rest and sleep. These habits help lower cortisol and improve insulin signaling, which tells the body it's safe to rebuild. If your body isn't gaining weight despite eating well, it's not resisting you, it's protecting you. When stress hormones calm and safety signals return, the body can finally shift from survival mode into healthy weight gain. Cortisol dominance, the stress hormone that blocks weight gain. Why your body burns energy instead of storing it. Many women don't realize that chronic stress can quietly prevent weight gain. Even when you're eating enough, your body may act like it's under constant pressure. This happens when cortisol, the main stress hormone, stays elevated for too long. High cortisol tells the body that it's not a safe time to store energy. For women 30 to 45, cortisol becomes more influential because recovery from stress is slower and daily demands are higher. What cortisol does in the body. Cortisol is essential in short bursts. It helps regulate blood sugar and keeps you alert. But when cortisol stays high, the body breaks down muscle for quick energy. Fat storage becomes inefficient. Metabolism speeds up in a stress-driven way. This makes weight gain feel impossible, even with increased food intake. How cortisol affects appetite and energy. High cortisol often creates mixed signals. You may feel hungry but not gain weight. Energy feels unstable or jittery. You feel tired but wired. Cortisol pushes the body to burn fuel quickly instead of using it to rebuild tissue. This pattern becomes stronger after 30 when hormonal resilience decreases. Cortisol and progesterone, a hormonal tug-of-war. Cortisol competes with progesterone, the hormone that supports calm and repair. When cortisol dominates, progesterone struggles to do its job. This leads to difficulty relaxing, poor recovery after meals or exercise, reduced ability to build healthy weight. This imbalance doesn't mean progesterone is low, it means cortisol is too loud. Why doctors often miss cortisol dominance. Standard blood tests often measure cortisol at one point in time. They don't show daily stress patterns or nervous system strain. This is why many women are told everything is normal, even when their bodies are clearly under pressure. Doctor-approved ways to lower cortisol. Gently. Lowering cortisol doesn't require drastic lifestyle changes, eating consistently to prevent blood sugar dips, reducing intense workouts, creating calm routines, protecting sleep. These habits help shift cortisol down and allow progesterone and insulin to support weight gain. When cortisol stays high, your body focuses on survival, not building. Calming stress hormones is often the missing step that allows healthy weight gain to finally begin. Estrogen, progesterone, and the missing building signal. Your body needs. Why your body isn't getting the message to rebuild. Many women feel confused when doctors say their hormones are normal, yet their body still refuses to gain weight. You may be eating regularly, resting more, and doing everything right, but nothing changes. The missing piece is not effort or calories, it's the hormonal signal that tells your body it's safe to build. That signal comes mainly from estrogen and progesterone working together. What estrogen and progesterone are supposed to do. In a healthy, supported body, estrogen helps regulate metabolism, appetite, and tissue growth. Progesterone supports calm, repair, and recovery. Together, they signal the body that it's safe to store energy, rebuild muscle, and maintain healthy weight. When these hormones are working smoothly, the body moves out of survival mode and into rest and build mode. Why this signal weakens after 30. For women 30 to 45, estrogen and progesterone often become more sensitive, not necessarily lower. Years of stress, dieting, overexercising, poor sleep, pregnancy, or hormonal cycling reduce hormonal reserve. As a result, estrogen may fluctuate instead of staying steady. Progesterone may struggle to keep the nervous system calm. The body receives mixed signals. Even when hormone levels look normal on paper, their effect inside the body is weaker. Hormone fluctuation versus hormone deficiency, what doctors rarely explain. Most women struggling to gain weight are not deficient in estrogen or progesterone. They are experiencing hormone fluctuation and low responsiveness. This means hormones are present, but the body doesn't respond strongly to them. The build and store message doesn't land. Standard lab tests measure hormone quantity, not hormone impact. This is why many women feel dismissed despite real symptoms. How this shows up in real life. When estrogen and progesterone aren't delivering a strong building signal, you may notice difficulty gaining muscle even with strength training, weight loss during emotional or physical stress, feeling thin but weak or depleted, appetite that doesn't translate into weight gain. Your body isn't refusing weight, it's conserving energy. Why stress makes this worse. Estrogen and progesterone work best in a calm nervous system. When cortisol is high, estrogen signaling becomes inconsistent. Progesterone's calming effect weakens. The body stays alert instead of restorative. After age 30, cortisol stays elevated longer, making it harder for estrogen and progesterone to do their job fully. Why just eating more doesn't fix this. Without strong estrogen-progesterone signaling, extra calories are often burned quickly, used for immediate energy, not directed toward rebuilding tissue. This leads to frustration and self-blame, even though the issue is hormonal communication, not discipline. Doctor-approved ways to strengthen the building signal. Supporting estrogen and progesterone means supporting safety. Regular meals to stabilize insulin. Gentle movement instead of overtraining. Deep rest and consistent sleep. Stress reduction without pressure. These habits don't force weight gain, they invite it. Healthy weight gain requires hormonal permission. When estrogen and progesterone can send a clear, safe-to-build message, the body stops holding back. For women over 30, restoring this signal is often the true key to gaining weight naturally and sustainably. The thyroid and metabolism trap, when fast burning isn't actually healthy. Why a fast metabolism can quietly work against you. Many women are told they're lucky because they burn calories quickly. Friends may say, you can eat anything and stay thin. Doctors may reassure you that a fast metabolism is a good thing. But if you're trying to gain weight and can't, this fast-burning state may actually be part of the problem, especially after age 30. At the center of this is the thyroid and how it responds to stress. What the thyroid is meant to do. The thyroid controls how your body uses energy. It works through hormones like T4, thyroxine, T3, triiodothyronine. In balance, thyroid hormones help you convert food into usable energy, maintain muscle and tissue, regulate body temperature and metabolism. A healthy thyroid supports both energy and rebuilding, not just calorie burning. When the thyroid shifts into overdrive. For many women who struggle to gain weight, the thyroid isn't truly overactive, it's stress-driven. When cortisol stays elevated, the thyroid is pushed to keep energy high. Metabolism speeds up in a survival pattern. Calories are burned quickly instead of stored. This creates a body that feels alert, restless, or wired but not nourished. Why this is more common. After 30. After age 30, the thyroid becomes more sensitive to stress signals. Life pressure, poor sleep, undereating, emotional strain, and overexercising all push cortisol higher. The thyroid responds by increasing output to keep you functioning. On the outside, you may seem energetic. Inside, the body is overworking to cope, not thriving. How this shows up in the body. Women in this pattern often notice difficulty gaining weight no matter how much they eat, feeling warm easily or restless, trouble relaxing after activity, energy crashes after stress, thin appearance with low muscle mass. This is not a healthy, high metabolism. It's a metabolism running under pressure. Why thyroid tests often miss this. Standard thyroid tests look for clear disease states. They often don't catch stress-driven thyroid activation, cortisol-thyroid interaction, poor conversion of T4 to T3. So results come back normal, even though the body is stuck in a burn-not-build state. The connection between thyroid, estrogen, and progesterone. The thyroid doesn't work alone. It depends on estrogen and progesterone to signal safety. When progesterone is low in effect, calming signals weaken. When estrogen fluctuates, metabolic balance becomes unstable. The thyroid keeps pushing energy output instead of allowing repair. For women 30 to 45, this triangle is especially sensitive. Doctor-approved ways to calm the thyroid gently. Supporting the thyroid for weight gain means slowing the system, reducing intense cardio, eating enough, consistently, allowing rest days, supporting sleep rhythm. These steps tell the thyroid it doesn't need to push so hard anymore. If your metabolism feels fast, but your body feels depleted, the thyroid may be stuck in stress mode. Healthy weight gain doesn't come from burning faster. It comes from calming the system so rebuilding can begin, especially for women over 30. Why being naturally thin doesn't always mean being healthy. Many women have been told their whole lives that being thin means they're healthy. Compliments like "you're lucky" or "you can eat anything" can hide what's really happening inside the body. For some women, especially between 30 and 45, staying very thin is not a sign of balance. It's a sign the body is under constant pressure. When hormones like cortisol stay elevated, the body stays in survival mode. Estrogen and progesterone may fluctuate, and the thyroid may burn energy quickly just to keep up. From the outside, everything looks fine. On the inside, the body may be struggling to rebuild, recover, and store energy. Feeling cold easily, losing weight during stress, or struggling to gain muscle are not personality traits. They are hormonal signals. Your body isn't failing you, it's protecting you in the only way it knows how. Healthy weight is not about appearance. It's about hormonal safety. When your body feels supported, calm, and nourished, it naturally moves toward balance, not resistance. Your simple hormone-safe weight gain support plan. Healthy weight gain for women is not about forcing calories or pushing the body harder. It's about creating hormonal safety so your body finally feels ready to build. For women 30 to 45, hormones respond more strongly to stress, irregular routines, and pressure. When cortisol, estrogen, progesterone, insulin, and thyroid hormones receive calm, consistent signals, weight gain becomes possible naturally. This plan focuses on rhythm, nourishment, and nervous system support, not perfection. Morning. Calm cortisol before it controls the day. How you start your morning sets your hormonal tone. Wake gently instead of rushing. Avoid checking your phone immediately. Eat within 1 hour of waking. Morning food tells cortisol that energy is available, so it doesn't need to stay high. This allows progesterone to support calm and insulin to work properly, directing food toward rebuilding instead of burning. Eating rhythm. Feed the body before it feels threatened. Irregular eating is one of the biggest blocks to weight gain. Eat every 3 to 4 hours. Include protein, healthy fats, and carbohydrates. Avoid skipping meals, even on busy days. Consistent eating stabilizes blood sugar and insulin signaling. When insulin works well, your body finally receives the message that food is reliable, a key requirement for weight gain after 30. Food quantity without pressure. You don't need to count calories aggressively. Focus on gently increasing portion size over time. Choose nutrient-dense foods. Eat in a relaxed environment. Pressure around food raises cortisol. Calm eating lowers it. This shift alone can change how your body responds to nourishment. Movement. Build without draining. Exercise should support weight gain, not block it. Prioritize light strength training. Limit intense cardio. Rest between workouts. Too much intensity keeps cortisol and thyroid hormones elevated. Gentle resistance combined with rest signals estrogen and progesterone that it's safe to rebuild muscle and tissue. Stress reduction. Lower the survival signal. Your body will not gain weight if it feels under threat. Practice slow breathing daily. Reduce emotional overstimulation. Create small moments of quiet. You don't need long routines. Even brief calming moments reduce cortisol and improve hormonal communication. Sleep. The hidden weight gain hormone tool. Sleep directly affects cortisol, insulin, estrogen, and progesterone. Aim for a consistent bedtime. Accept broken sleep without stress. Rest during the day if needed. For women over 30, sleep quality matters more than sleep duration for hormonal recovery. Why this plan works. This approach works because it removes pressure from the system. It calms cortisol, improves insulin response, supports estrogen and progesterone signaling, allows the thyroid to slow from survival mode. When the body feels safe, it stops burning through energy and starts building again. Healthy weight gain begins when your body feels protected, nourished, and calm. You don't need to push harder, you need to support smarter. With consistent rhythms and gentle care, your hormones shift from survival into growth, and your body follows naturally. Conclusion. If you've struggled to gain weight despite eating well and trying your best, it's important to hear clearly that your body is not broken. For many women, especially between 30 and 45, difficulty gaining weight is not about food or willpower. It's about hormones and safety signals. When cortisol stays high, when estrogen and progesterone can't fully deliver a build and restore message, and when the thyroid is pushed into stress-driven overwork, the body stays in survival mode. In that state, it burns energy instead of storing it no matter how much you eat. Healthy weight gain begins when the body feels calm, nourished, and supported. Small, consistent habits that lower stress, stabilize blood sugar, protect sleep, and respect recovery allow hormones to work together again. And when hormones work together, the body naturally moves toward balance. Small daily habits create powerful hormonal shifts. When you support your body instead of fighting it, hormones begin working with you, not against you. This content is for educational purposes only and is not medical advice. Like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for watching.